Hi all, Professor Allen here. What we're getting ready to do in this video is create a bar tack. Now, bar tacks can be tricky. Sometimes you have to go through a lot of trial and error before you get the look that you want, the size, dimension, preferences, and all of that you want. So before we get to that, I believe for those of you that have had issues with the Bartack in the past, you may need to set up your preferences at a certain place in your Adobe Illustrator application. So I'm going to close out some of these things for now just to clear up my workspace. Now I'm working on a Mac. So what I suggest is once again resetting or modifying your preferences. So on my Mac, I'm going to click on Illustrator, and then I'm going to go to Settings, General. And if you're here, type in the same as mine. That way, our work can be similar. So for your keyboard increment, I want you to type in 0.0139 inches. That's your increment. The constrained angle is at 0 degrees, and the corner radius is 0.1667 inches. Keyboard increment means that if you tap your arrow left or right, it'll move by 0.0139. If it's set as something else smaller or larger, when you tap the left or the right arrow, it'll jump more. So this is the increments that I use, and I like the way that it goes from one increment to the next. This is good. This is decent. So just have your information set here, and then you'll go to units. Make sure that general is set at inches, stroke is set at points, and type is set at points, and then you click OK. Now, if you're using a PC, your preferences is in a different place. So you're not able to click on Illustrator. Now, I don't really remember because since I'm not using a PC, it's I couldn't tell you off top. You might have to click on your edit panel. The edit may have a settings panel that you can go to. Or the easiest thing for you to do is click help, and in the help panel, type in general. And when you type in general, general is going to show you where the settings are and how you get to the general panel. So you can see it here that it shows me with this tab that I need to go to the Illustrator tab, then click on general, and general will take me to where I need to go. So once you set that up, open up a regular document. Of course, you go to File, New, you click on 8.5 by 11, click Create, and it'll take you to a brand new document. So let me close out the old one that I was using. So here I am in my new document. Now I'm gonna zoom in super close, because when we create our bar tacks, they're small. So a bar tack will be used on your jeans, your jean jacket, any type of denim that needs reinforcement and all of that. It doesn't even have to just be used on denim. It can also be used on different textiles, but that adds for reinforcement. Okay, so what you need to do is first go to your pen tool, or actually turn off the fill. You don't need the fill. All you need is your stroke. Click on the pen tool, click, and we're going to move our mouse over to about 0.112 inches. Hopefully you should see the dimensions. If not, you can figure that out later. So you have that. And as a matter of fact, while I'm there, if you don't see it, simply find wherever your preferences in general. What you can do is click on general and then do reset preferences. Reset preferences. Let me see what else you should have checked. Check your show tool tips. So with show tool tips, that means that when the pen is on, I'll be able to see like my measurements and things like that. So I'm sorry, show tooltips is the videos that show up here. But just make sure that what's selected on my screen is selected on yours. So show tooltips, these things here, take a screenshot if you need. Also click on smart guides, and smart guides shows the things that you need for your pens and all of that. Alignment guides, object highlighting, invoke distance guides, spacing guides, measurement labels, anchor point labels. So these are the things that you want set up. So I'll click on general again, take a screenshot of that, units, take a screenshot of this, and smart guides, take a screenshot of that, click OK. Now let me get to the good stuff. So back to my pen. Once again, you click, and we want the distance to be set up at 0.012. I think that's a good distance for our Bartack. So I'll delete the other. Click here. Go to Window, open up your stroke panel. Click on Stroke. Let's change the weight. I think the weight will be good at 0.01. Or, I'm sorry, 0.10. So the weight should be 0.10. And that makes it super tiny. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it makes it super thin. Once you have that, weight at 0.10, you go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and you're going to scroll down to Zigzag. And then we're going to click Preview, I'm sorry, just to make sure that it's on. Let's change the size to 0.01. Now click on Preview. So now you can see what 0.01 looks like as a zigzag at the 0.10 weight. And then you're going to slide up the ridges per segment. I think 50 might be good. So let's do, let me see, because I don't want that to end there. So I'll tell you in a second what's a good one. So 45 should be good. Click OK. Now let's zoom out and see what 45 looks like. So on a skirt or jeans or whatever, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look super tiny. So that's good. This is what we want. Now we need to turn it into a symbol so you can save it. So go to Window, scroll down to Symbols. And I can delete all of these here. So I'll click one, hold the Shift key, and click all of the other ones. This is going to allow me to select them all at once. Then I'll drag them down to the trash can. Click on my Bartack. Slide my Bartack into Symbols. Once you slide it, this is going to pop open. So when it pops open, you just type in Bartack, Bartack. Now, if you heard me say rivet by mistake earlier, forgive me, because I've been working with rivets and Bartacks at the same time and calling them we're calling them the wrong name. So once again, we're working on Bartacks. So after you have your Bartack, you leave it as is. You click OK, and it becomes a symbol. So now I'm going to slide out my Bartack, and it's there. So I'm good. I'm Gucci. I can have it for whenever I need it. Now to save this symbol, you're going to go and you're going to click on the little libraries menu, which is the little books. So you click there. You go to Save Symbols. And then I can call it whatever I want. So you can call it denim folder. And see, I already have one that says denim symbol. So I won't save it again. But that's what you can type. You can name it denim symbols. That way you can always have it for whatever you want. Or you can simply call it Bartack. So I'll just call mine Bartack. And in my denim symbols, I have rivets, I have a button for the front of my denim piece, and I have a bar tack. So I have them all in one, but you can do whatever you want. Then you click save. Once you save it, let's say you're done with your document, you can save your document as whatever, and you want to it's another day and you want to work on something else. So I'm going to open up a new document, go to file, new, create, and let's say you see the symbols changes, right? So those symbols that you just saved are going to be saved with the document that you worked on. But if you want to open up those symbols and use them again, all you have to do is go to window, scroll down, click symbols, you go to the library, scroll down to user defined, and then you click on whatever symbol that you want. So Bartack. And guess what? My Bartack shows up. So if you do that, if you save it in that way, you'll always be able to pull out the symbols, whenever you're working on anything at any time. And that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thank you.